Greetings to everyone out there in the No DQ galaxy. Aaron Rift along with good old JM Jeff Meacham. We're talking about the 2019 NoDQ.com Hall of Fame. The category right now we're discussing is non-wrestler. In 2016, Vince McMahon was the first person to go in. 2017, we had Paul Heyman. And then in 2018, we had good old JR, Jim Ross.
My namesake. Jeff, that's it.
Who do we have in 2019 as our nominations?
2019, we have a guy I think should be in already, and that's Bobby the Brain Heenan. A guy once again getting the nomination, Jim Johnston. Eazy-E, Eric Bischoff. Jim Cornette, who is still performing. God bless Jim. Earl Hebner, referee for AEW. And Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South.
Good choices.
A lot of good, got a couple of Extreme Mayhem guests on here. I love it. Bobby Heenan and Jimmy Hart. We did great things with both of those guys. Bobby put us on the map. He did. Bobby made our audio show, our channel before it even was a channel. Like we before we had YouTube, we had Bobby Heenan on Extreme Mayhem.
Right. It's looking at Heenan's body of work.
Yes,
I mean, he had such a
great
lengthy
manager,
career.
amazing announcer. Funny as hell. Always had a ad-lib or a one-liner to throw out there. Him and Gorilla were legendary together, of course. Jim Johnston, people, retroactively give Michael Hayes credit for the music in the business because he used it with the Freebirds.
Right.
But Jim Johnston was WWF music. I mean, he made everybody's theme. He helped coordinate, Real American. He wrote Stone Cold's song. He wrote The Rock's song.
Right.
He helped Motorhead with Triple H's song. So it's just, all these legendary themes you hear on the network every single time you go on a classic show. Jim Johnston's fingerprints are all over that. Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff in 2019 is my favorite podcast. That's how awesome Eric Bischoff is. He still has a staying power, and he's the executive director, is that what their title is now?
Yep.
Of SmackDown. He's still contributing. And Eric Bischoff helped bring WCW from losing money hand over fist in 1993 to turning a profit by 95-96. He ignited the Monday Night Wars that carried on for 5 years and pulled WWE out of their creative hole, too. So, there you go. Jim Cornette, legendary manager, booker, promoter in OVW, color commentator for the NWA Now. Very controversial, very polarizing person. People either love or hate Jimmy. Let's be honest. Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner is probably the best referee I've ever seen, personally, as a fan since 1990. But I think his legacy is severely crapped on by Montreal, and that's a shame, unfortunately. And then Jimmy Hart, I think Jimmy Hart gets more static now for being a Hulk Hogan follower than for being a great manager. And people forget that
music
and the music with the Gentrys and the music he did in WWE and WCW, and people forget that he at one time was booking some of the best talent in the world on WCW Saturday Night when it was not the best show on the planet, but they had the best wrestling.
Right.
So all these guys definitely belong up there. My sentimental pick obviously is Bobby, because I think Bobby was the best at everything he did. He was the best manager of his time. He was the best color analyst of his time. He was the best at everything he did, and he did it well for so many years, and he was a top performer everywhere he went. In AWA, in WWF, in WCW. He even had that brief little layover there in the XWF, and he was a great manager for Kurt Hennig at that show. So he just is amazing, and I think that he definitely belongs in this category as a non-wrestler, as the top person.
Man, it's another tough one, but I think I got to go with what you said. I think I got to go with Bobby the Brain Heenan. I want to go with Eric Bischoff, too.
I do, too.
choice, just because we have Vince in, we have Paul Heyman in, and Bischoff
got Eric in there, yeah, exactly.
The other promotion, WCW. And,
yes.
So to me, it's a tie pretty much between Bobby Heenan and Eric Bischoff. I'd go with one of those guys. Hopefully you guys make a good choice. Go over to NoDQ.com and cast your vote.